Now we turn to the changes taking place at Buffalo City Hall as acting mayor Chris Scanlon wraps up his administration later this week when new mayor-elect Sean Ryan is sworn into office. He sat down with 2 on your side's Nate Benson on one of his final days in office for a wide-ranging conversation about his time in office.
Did it sit heavy on you having all these portraits of every mayor before you?
Yeah.
Look at you as you walk into this office every day?
Yeah, it's certainly the first couple weeks, for sure. You know, the gravity of it and just how important the role is here in the city.
Another thing that sits with the outgoing mayor is how easy it can be to misunderstand all the work that goes into running the city.
It's very easy to criticize this building, but this team that's been here is an incredible group of Buffalonians, people who are really, truly public servants, who come in here every day to try and improve the lives of Buffalonians, and that I want people to know that the team that we have here is second to none, and that if I did this all over again, I would bring the exact same team with me.
In my numerous conversations with the acting mayor over the last 14 months, one thing that remains consistent is how many little fires need to be put out on any given day and processing everything that happens.
There's a lot of good days, but there's a lot of bad days. There's a lot of difficult days.
Yeah.
What was that most difficult day for you in office?
Yeah, there's certainly days that are more frustrating than others. If you're trying to get people to see where you're coming from, why you're trying to do what you're trying to do, and they're not quite getting there, that can be frustrating. But it's certainly the most difficult day of the last 14 months was the passing of my brother, and the months afterwards, and right up to this day, it's very difficult to believe that he's not with us. Especially now around the holidays.
As the mayor and I walked through City Hall on one of his last days, the topic of legacy wrapped up our conversation.
Is there something in particular that you're hoping down the road you can drive by or show your kids when they're a little bit older to understand it and say, I did that?
And I don't think you have the luxury of worrying about your legacy when you're in a role like this. There's too many important decisions that you have to make, and if you're making them based on what you want your legacy to be, those are decisions that are going to be misguided. What I'm most proud of and what I'd like to point to my children is that I've conducted myself in a way that has made my family proud, and that ultimately, not legacy, but I want the same thing that I've kind of always wanted as an adult, that if my name comes up in conversation, there's someone in that group that says, you know what, that's a good man. And that's all I've really ever wanted.
Mayor Scanlon and I covered a wide range of topics, including the city's finances, his frustration with the city controller, his return to the Common Council, and more. Now, that whole conversation is featured in a special edition of On the Agenda, streaming on WGRZ Plus and on our website. On your side, Nate Benson, Channel 2 News.